y'all. Hey, what's good, y'all? Let's see who we can get on here. We're doing a live football recruiting Q&A. So let me see how I share this. I need to go ahead and share this. All right, we got 4 people in. Hey, you guys tap into the comments. I'm doing a live football recruiting Q&A. If you guys don't know me, my name's AP. Host of the show LA. I run the SportsRecruits YouTube channel. But we're doing a live recruiting Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and just, type them in right here in the chat box, man, and let's get it in. I'm gonna share this on Instagram, Recruit Gerald Brown. So I mean, you guys, I appreciate you guys looking out for your homies, man. You definitely got to do that. Let's see. I'm gonna post something on Instagram actually right now, just to let everybody know what is Junior Day. So Junior Day is when a school hosts all the top juniors in their area. It might be juniors from other areas, it might be juniors from other states, whatever. But Junior Days where schools host some of the top juniors that they think are on the rise. Let me post this on the gram really quick. This is our first Q&A on YouTube, you guys, so, bear with us. Let me see. Recruit me, look at my highlights. I'm Brazilian. What's up, man, from Brazil? Any specific recruiting questions that you guys have? If you can't see it, I'm rocking that Polyball swag, I'm rocking the Polyball Adidas jacket from Hawaii. I'll let you see it right here. You can't buy this jacket, but I got one. Instagram is 89erJ. That's what's up. So live football recruiting Q&A on YouTube. So any more questions? You guys have any other recruiting questions? Man, I'm trying this out for the first time ever. We're doing a live football recruiting Q&A. Can colleges give away free gear? You're not supposed to get anything free on an unofficial visit besides your food, travel, and lodging paid for. So my answer to that is you're not supposed to get anything free besides your food, your travel, your lodging on an official visit. On an unofficial visit, colleges aren't allowed to give you anything for free. So on an unofficial, you're not supposed to get anything paid for. It's supposed to be provided, by you. So yeah, man. Any other questions that you guys have, man? Like I said, this is my first time doing a YouTube live Q&A. Let's see if you guys, if you guys have some good questions. I'm going to answer, every single one of them. So can you still get a football scholarship in your senior year? Do you mean in your senior year of high school? You could definitely get a football scholarship your senior year of high school. A lot of times, you might think it's too late in your senior year of high school, but it's not. It's never too late. Sometimes a kid might be a junior in high school and be, 5'11", 165, right? And by the time he turns around and is a senior, he's 6'2", 210, right? So growth spurts can happen. So just because you're a senior doesn't mean the options for you for recruiting are over. What does it mean if a coach contacts you and is interested in you and asks for your information? That's a great sign. If a coach contacts you and they want your information, that is a very, very great sign. So any school who contacts you, it's a great sign. And what I would suggest is to be proactive with whatever school that is. Whatever school contacts you and asks for your info, whenever something happens within your year, and it's something positive in terms of your, athletic achievements, I suggest that you reach out to that person. So as often as possible, whoever reaches out to you, update them with any pertinent information in regards to your recruiting process. That's definitely going to help. Can you pull up the, do you try to get kids offers? We try to help with exposure, man. You know, our job isn't to try to help get kids offers, but you know, we really do try to help with exposure is what we try to do. So if a kid's out there and he's playing and he makes a play that we feel like is the type of play that translates to the college level, we'll put our stamp on them. And it doesn't matter, you know, if they're a no offer guy, if they're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. You know, we've been doing this for 10 years. So I can go out and see a kid make a single play and know that he's a next level type of guy. So that's it. You can definitely get a scholarship when you're a freshman. How do you stay in touch with colleges? Get their info. If a college coach ever talks to you, get his card, get his number, follow him on Twitter, follow him on Instagram. Compared to back in the day when there was no social media, you guys have 1,000,001 ways to get a hold of a college, right? To get a hold of a coach. So follow them. Don't stalk them. Don't be the annoying guy. But follow them and just keep them updated on your stuff. Twitter DM, Instagram DM, text, whatever your means to get a hold of a kid, of a college or a coach, and to keep in contact with them. Do that, and never big time a coach. Never big time a coach, because that coach who was coaching in the Mountain West at San Diego State, who you tried to big time because you wanted a bigger offer, he might be the next DB coach at Oregon or Ohio State, right? So never big time any coaches, because they go to coach on. Coaching is a small fraternity, and they all know each other. He said he would contact me soon. If you don't have any news for him, if you don't have any updates for him, you know, maybe wait for him to contact you. If you set a new PR in your bench press or in your power clean or your squat, you know, any of the Olympic lifts, you know, hit him up, shoot him a message. If you got a 4.0 last semester, shoot him a message. You know, if you know, if your grades are on the rise, shoot him a message. Don't just message a coach out of nowhere with nothing to say and with no relevant conversation. You know, coaches are people, right? They don't want to be annoyed. They don't want a kid to just, you know, hit them up and annoy them all the time just because they want to talk to them, right? Update a coach with relevant, pertinent information, and, you know, they're gonna be more willing to respond back to you or to keep in touch with you. Thanks, man. I'm out, but let me know when you start scouting. Yeah, man, we don't, you know, unfortunately, we don't look at the Pop Warner levels. You know, we cover mainly varsity. You know, with the specialists, long snappers, punters, kickers, that's something that we've never really worked with. I feel like the best way to get exposure, if you're a specialist like that, a snapper, a kicker, or a punter, is to go to some of those specialist camps, right? Those specialist camps for that specific position help. Everybody knows, you know, punting and kicking, it's results based, right? So if you can kick a 60-yard field goal, you kick a 60-yard field goal. You know, if you can consistently kick 50 plus, you know, you might be one of those guys. So if you're a long snapper and your snaps are deadly and they're on point, you know, get to one of those long snapping camps and try to get out there that way is what I would suggest. When some of the people you film go on a visit, do you sometimes go on the visits with them? No, we do not go on the visits with kids. We don't. We really stay out of that process. We let that process, you know, do what it does, man. And we really do not. We don't. So my bad. I'm just posting something on Instagram right now. If you guys don't already follow us on Instagram, this is it. This is way too bright, so you guys can't probably. Yeah, you're not gonna see it. We're Sports Recruits on Instagram. If you guys don't follow us already, we're at Sports Recruits on Instagram. My dream is to play ball at a Power 5 school, but they don't look in New York. How can I get on the radar of these schools? So, great question, man. If you feel like you're in an area that's underexposed, if you're in an area that you feel like does not get a lot of love with recruiting, one of the things that you could do is play on a travel ball team, a 7-on-7 team, and try to get out there. If you're a skilled player, it's going to help for you. Go to some camps. The best types of camps to go to are the college camps that are actually on a college campus run by the college coaching staff. Those are great type of camps to go to. They're not, you're not giving your information to a third party who then is giving it to the college. The best type of camps to go to directly are the college camps. Great camps also, the opening, the regionals, the opening camps are great because you can go in there and test really well and get an invite back. But if you're not getting on the radar of the schools, then you just got to be more proactive in getting yourself out there. Amat next year, yes sir. Amat will be great. We'll definitely come to some Bonita games next year. We show love to Bonita every year. But I don't know if you guys saw the drip yet, man. But I got the Polyball jacket on, man, and they have the dope, the Polynesian print on the back of the Adidas, man. But you can't get these in the stores. We got Ambrose in here, man. My guy Ambrose is in here from Australia. So all the way from Australia, Ambrose is in here. So yeah, any other recruiting questions, man? Hopefully people, can watch this after you guys. Are rivals camps good? Are rival camps that are just primarily drills good? The drills camps, I don't know, man. If you're competing against enough top-notch talent at those camps, then sure. But my opinion on like a rivals type of camp, my opinion is I feel like the rivals camp is set up just so that all their writers can get content, man. Honestly, I think it's set up just so their writers can get content to sell on their subscription sites, and that's just what I think it is. But by the way, any types of drills, people will say, "Oh, don't go to this guy because he's a footwork guy, or he's a this guy, or he's a that guy." Whatever weaknesses you feel like you have in your game, go to somebody and get help with those, man. There's a book called The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell, and he famously talks about 10,000 hours. And it takes 10,000 hours to become a master of something. So if you're doing footwork drills with somebody, you're doing speed training with somebody else, you're doing strength training with somebody else, you're catching 500 balls a day, whatever those things are that you're doing that you can do to improve your game and to get you that 10,000 hours to help master something, do them. So I don't take a knock at footwork drills and this, that, and the other. If you're getting work, you're getting work, and it takes reps. Should you email highlights? Say they don't even read them. It's hard to email highlights, man. I would just get on a college campus with a coach and sit down with that coach and say, "Hey, I want you to watch my film. I want you to watch my film and tell me what my strengths and weaknesses are." No, scrap that. Tell me what my weaknesses are. Get on with the college coach on campus somehow, get a hold of them, and right when you're next to them, watch the film with them and have them give you some pointers. That's the best bet. Grace Baraka, how do I know if there's any camps around my area? Just look it up on Google, man. Google it. FBU has great camps. There's FBU camps. There's the opening camps. Those are great camps. I'll try to think of some more. Ambrose, how do I get noticed by colleges if I'm in Australia? Man, you gotta get your butt over to the States, buddy. You gotta get over to the States and play some American football over here, man, and try to make some noise. The Nike still hasn't released their dates. Interesting. Man, that's interesting. I don't know what's going on with the opening camps, to be honest with you. I used to love going when they were in Oregon. We went to the opening finals in Oregon many, many years, and it was just dope being on the Nike campus out there. So, my preference would have been that they never moved it to Dallas, but Jerry Jones and his company bought the company who runs the opening. So, look, in this, I really apologize, man, Grace Baraka. We don't evaluate highlights, man. Unfortunately, there's a too many kids who need help having their highlights evaluated. And, we're not a college coach, so we don't make the decision on whether or not you're going to get a scholarship offer or not. So we don't evaluate film like that people submit. However, we do evaluate the film that we shoot ourselves. So if myself or any guys on my team go out and shoot a game, we evaluate all of that film. So whatever film that we're shooting as a team, and we shoot about 100 games a year, we evaluate that. And the reason why we only evaluate that is because we saw you play in person. I saw you, or one of my videographers saw you, and I trust them and the knowledge that they've gained and built over the years, doing this. But we don't evaluate film just submitted to us. We evaluate the stuff that we shoot. Man, I hope that's a good answer for you. Anybody else have any questions? I posted this on Instagram, so let's see if anybody is going to the story and swiping up. Let me see here. A few people have. So if you're here from Instagram, maybe you could throw something in the comments. Yeah, yeah, we do personal tapes when we see you guys ball. Is it possible to get an offer and not go to any camps throughout high school? It is. It's definitely possible to get an offer without going in any camps. It's possible to get an offer just by your gameplay, right, and what you're doing on the field. And if a college coach sees that and they're feeling you, then yeah, it's definitely possible to get an offer without going to a camp. Camps are not a requirement at all for getting offers. Any other questions, man? We've been on here for about going on 17 minutes. You guys have any other questions for me right now? Just so you guys know my background, I've been doing this since 2009. The first guys we covered on the sideline, Robert Woods, Marquise Lee, they were at Sarah. Marquise Lee was playing defense only back then. Remember DJ Morgan over at Taft. He was a big-time SC guy. Was on the sidelines with DeAnthony Thomas. Black Mamba was at Crenshaw. They had about 3 NFL guys on that roster at Crenshaw. It's pretty sad what's happened in the city section because none of those big-time guys who you see, going to the NFL and doing their thing, big-time college guys are playing at the city schools anymore. Can people get recruited that play 6-man football? Yes, man. You can get recruited if you play any kind of football, man. There have been, guys who've gotten tryouts in the NFL that were rugby players overseas, So if you're playing 6-man football, any kind of football, you can definitely get recruited, man. So, don't sell yourself short. Go to camps, get noticed, compete against the guys who are playing 11-man, compete against everybody. But you can definitely get recruited, man, playing any man football, 8-man, 6-man, 11-man. You just got to be a baller, man. College coaches want ballers. That's it. Got any more questions, guys? Man, I'm gonna end this. Stream. How many mock games you popping out to? Oh, we got Kyron Hayes from Vermont. We'll be at several, man. We'll see you guys several times, man, because you guys got a dope young squad. So we're definitely showing love at the mock games. When you're going on a visit, what are the do's and the don'ts? If you're going on a visit, don't try to act Hollywood, don't try to big time anybody, right? The way that you vibe with the team that you're potentially going to go to and the players on that team is big. You don't want to big time anybody. Be respectful, yes sir, no sir. If you're not a yes sir, no sir type of guy, please and thank you. Big do is be appreciative. Be appreciative and be thankful for, if it's an official visit that they flew you out there, that they're taking care of you. Even if it's an unofficial visit, be appreciative of the fact that you're on that campus and be thankful. Those are some big do's. Hey, Kyron, yeah, definitely say what's up, bro. And we're working on I'm working on Dyson McCutcheon's mix as we speak, man. Got Dyson McCutcheon's mix in the oven. Man, it's a hard question, man. Hernandez, it's a hard question. If none of the teammates want to communicate with you, It's tough, man. You gotta find a way to break down those barriers, bro. That's it. Communication is key, no matter what you're doing in life. So just try to break down those barriers of communication. Hey, James, man, no problem, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in. So yeah, man, 20 minutes. I'm gonna knock this out, man. Live session's over, but I'm gonna come back on, man, and try to give you guys some game. Appreciate you. Peace.